If you want news and rumors that appeal, welcome to the Dusty Wheel.
Hey, welcome back to the Dusty Wheel.
If you want news and rumors that appeal, welcome to the Dusty Wheel.
Hey, welcome back to the Dusty Wheel. Hey, welcome back to the Dusty Wheel. I'm your host, The Innkeeper, and this is our live call and talk show all about the Wheel of Time. Tonight, we're here to make a ton of announcements. Yes, the next 11 shows will take us from now until, I want to say, mid-March here at the Dusty Wheel. I can't wait to tell you about what's coming. But to do that with me, let me bring in my two guests for the evening, Josh from the Black Tower Podcast and our newbie for the night, CallMeNakomi. How are you both doing?
Hello. I'm doing guys. Thanks for the invite. How you doing, Matt?
It's awesome to have you both here. I have not, Josh, I don't feel like I've seen you for a long time. I mean, I've seen you, but you know what I mean, like on your show, but I haven't seen you here in a while.
It's been too long since I've heard the rumors and or goings on of the Dusty Wheel.
Well, I'm happy to have you here. And CallMeNakomi, it's awesome to see you here. Now, you're new here at the Dusty Wheel. Now, at least on the show as a panelist. So do you want to tell our viewers, before we go and tell them about what's coming here at the Dusty Wheel, do you want to tell our viewers a little bit about what you do on your YouTube channel?
Okay, hi, I'm CallMeNakomi. You could call me Nakomi. I am a YouTube content creator about the Wheel of Time. I love the Wheel of Time, and so you could please come stop by. I do character reviews and just talk about the thoughts that I have about the Wheel of Time, theories and different stuff. And I love to engage with my audience. So please come on, stop by and take a look at a video. I'll have some news.
Yeah, I love it. I love you just riffing on topics. You can find CallMeNakomi's link in the description. Check her channel out. It's a lot of fun. And I mean, up to you, Josh. What do you guys got coming on with the Black Tower Podcast? Like, it's 2021. What's next?
Podcast. We've had so much fun. 2020 was such a difficult year, but we managed to have a lot of fun with it. And 2021 is only going to be better. So make sure you're tuned in to our YouTube channel where you can see our faces now on the regular. And, if you want to just get the audio, that's cool too. We're still on Podbean. So come check us out.
Yeah, I feel like I forgot to throw your YouTube link in there. I'll do that after the show, but you can find them as a podcast, and they have a YouTube channel. It's a lot of fun. So,
We still love you.
No,
it's okay.
I like Rajesh just said in chat, "Hey, WoTonPrime lurkers in here," and he waved. Yeah, we're going to get to that story here shortly, but let's just give you our first announcement. Let's talk about the first show we have coming up here at the Dusty Wheel. It is this next Sunday. Yes, we're back with a live adaptation, part 6. And in fact, not Josh, but one of his cohorts, Daniel from the Black Tower Podcast, will be back with us on Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern. We're going to continue this. Mary and Todd will be with us. And I promise for part 7, we'll get Natalia back in. We'll make sure that she can be there for what I think might be the end of that live adaptation of The Dragon Reborn. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to do that with all of you. And yeah, it'll be fun having Daniel with us. He's been on, but only with the group of you. He hasn't been on by himself. I can't wait to get him off and hear all the stories about the Black Tower Podcast. He's got, you're like, he has a lot to tell.
And I am super excited to have him represent the Black Tower in this particular audience. I'm very excited for it. He's a great guy. Love Daniel.
he's gonna be a lot of fun to have on. Now, before we give the second announcement, the next show coming up, some big stuff happened last week. Rafe showed up here at the Dusty Wheel in chat. Did a little Rafe bomb in chat, right? I see lots of waving of head.
So awesome.
Nakomi,
Absolutely.
were you there, or did you just see it afterwards?
No, I was at my job, basically, with my phone hidden underneath my my risers, basically, and just listening to it, basically, and watching the chat go along. And it wasn't. I think it was when I got in the car when Rafe when I was on my way home, and I was still on, basically just listening, and Rafe basically jumped on. I was like, that is pretty cool. That's awesome. That's awesome of him. Seriously.
That was cool. And if you follow us on social media, you can go see Taylor and I did Taylor cut out like the 15-minute portion where he was there. We put that up as its own video. You can find that on the channel, and you can see our shock. I love Taylor did this close up, and my face is kind of turning, and I lean in a little bit. Yeah, it's a really awkwardly funny moment. But yeah, Rafe showed up. That was really cool. A lot of people have made comments about this, which is the fact that a showrunner would show up on just a fan-made channel here and engage with the fans is like a great sign, honestly, for the show. I mean, we're talking a huge production. I mean, just so much effort and talent and money going into this. And the fact that Rafe made some time to show up here just goes to show you that he is a fan and a geek deep, deep, deep down inside of his heart. So
absolutely.
I love it.
Absolutely.
And I feel like it shows that he respects respects the community. He's a part of the community, obviously, and he he cares. Exactly. He cares that we care so much, So that's awesome that he'll come down and come down like he's coming down from a mountain.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
But he is though.
Or did he not?
I love it.
But basically, yeah, that he'll talk with us. I mean, Sarah does it, and I really enjoy when Sarah's in there, basically just kind of like hanging around in the chat with everybody, basically. But it's awesome when he basically will interact. I mean, and there's lots of showrunners that pretty much kind of go missing. You don't know what they feel about their work. They're just like, here you go. So I appreciate the fact that he makes himself available, at least in
for
the
sure.
amounts that he does.
For sure. And I love Zach's comment in chat. Fan base, consider yourself serviced. Yes.
I mean, how many other fandoms have showrunners? I mean, I like to call back to March of 2020 when winteriscoming.net had a tournament of who is the best hero in a series, and it was an epic battle. It ended up being between Moraine and Lucifer, and Moraine won out by the smallest of margins. But even in something as trivial as that, as a internet poll, really doesn't mean a lot. But even as something as trivial as that, you've got Rafe and Sarah jumping in and going, hey, let's vote for our girl. Let's promote our girl. Let's get it just says that they have as much passion as we do about the series and about the fandom, and I love it.
I mean, to Zach's comment, I think that is certainly from the outside it looks like that, but I actually believe Rafe is extremely just so much of a geek. Like when he did that Zoom bomb at JordanCon, you could tell he was just giddy to talk to us about things, and he had to like hold himself back to not tell us what was going on in the show, and it seemed extremely genuine. There was something very genuine about his geekiness about the books. So I love that aspect to this. I will say, and I kind of want to ask you both, what was your favorite concept art that they released? To you, Josh, first. What was your favorite concept art that came out on Friday? I
gotta say, Shadar Logoth. I mean, that was amazing. Right. My first instinct, and I immediately tweeted it out from the Black Terror podcast, don't touch the fog. I loved that concept art. All of it was amazing, though. Even having the Tinker wagons circling together around a fire, it was all amazing. But I really loved Shadar Logoth, and then having you point out that it was exactly like one of the streets in Chicago. Yeah, it just added a new dimension of amazingness for me, and I really, really enjoyed that.
Well, now that you brought that up, let's show that, because that was a lot of fun. I saw LaSalle Street. Like I'm from the Chicagoland area, and I immediately saw LaSalle Street. So I had to like superimpose it, and I'm kind of, I wondered, did you all see that same thing? Like when we put that image behind there, what sells me on it is the base. Look at the base of the building, and almost the windows that they have in Shadow Logoth look almost exactly like it.
The similarity is uncanny. It's beautiful.
I love it.
Yeah, but when you posted, Matt, that you thought it looked like Chicago, it's funny because I didn't read the caption yet, but when you posted it and I looked at it with the transformation from like new to old, I was just like, that looks like Soho in New York. Or like Wall Street, cobblestones and all. I'm a native New Yorker, so all the streets downtown Manhattan look exactly like that kind of. So, but at first I was just like, you know what, that does look like a city, and it makes absolute sense that basically, who knows. I love the fact that they didn't have it look like some type of Victorian city or something along those lines. I mean, we're dealing with a futuristic, type of
really
view
is,
where, it's really, so not saying that obviously Shadow Logoth or Ariel didn't exist, way after, back then, but at the same time, it wouldn't be a stretch of an imagination that a big city would look like that. So I'm just like, I'm glad that they thought to say, oh, let's not make it look like London back in the 1600s.
Well, and I'm kind of curious from chat, from those of you that are here watching us in YouTube chat, if you're watching us on Twitter or over on Twitch, feel free to make a comment there. But if you're here in YouTube, in chat with us, thumbs up if you think that the artist was inspired by the Chicagoland area, or thumbs down if you think it was just happenstance. It's possible, right? And while chat votes on this, I want to bring up our second episode. Let's jump to that. We can jump back to some of these conversations. But next What Wednesday, I'm really excited about this episode. It's going to be amazing. Next What Wednesday, we're going to break down season 2. Yes, season 2. Rafe's talked about the fact that they started writing season 2. So we're going to break down how we think it will end. We know that there's 8 episodes, so it'll be a lot of fun to talk to the audience and find out what they think at the same time. But being my guest that night will be David Green from the Easing the Badger podcast. He's a newbie here to the Dusty Wheel. We're going to have Jen Iskro from Takaran Riyadh, Rebecca from Reading the Pattern, and we might even have Morgan, the Grey Warder, with us. And I can't wait. That's going to be a crazy episode next Wednesday. Mm-hmm. That's going to be a lot of fun. And I can't wait for that. I just saw Nablus. Thanks for Nablus threw in a little super chat. Yes, we finally had through in super chat. A lot of people have asked us to do this. We thought that an announcement episode would be a fun kind of live stream to throw that in there. So Nablus, thanks for doing that. And he writes, just want to support the Dusty Wheel. I heard if 100 gets donated during this live stream, Matt will officially be cast as Manfear. Thanks, Nablus. Yeah, Manfear.
Is Manfear.
I mean, he is Manfear. I mean, she never ceases to amaze me in her many forms of disguise. He is the international man of mystery, Manfear himself. I really love
so
it. And
they're talking about Manfear. What's funny is I don't think most people have any idea what you're all talking about. I love the character Lanfear so much that the name Manfear was brought up, and the idea, of course, that I would make a good Lanfear character. And not only that, we actually had Malkir's King on Twitter of Time. He decided to throw a little image up. Yes, an image of Ariel Burgess's Lanfear's face, superimposed, I'll be honest, superimposed over this beautiful body underneath that face. That's what. So thank you very much, Malkir's King, for throwing this amazing image together. And yes, as people are saying in chat, I told people that I would cosplay as Manfear when we get to 50,000 subscribers. So we don't ever have to make it there, everybody. That's fine. But I do want to note this, that if you looked closely, though, and I'll ask you here to comment in just a second, if you look closely at the alt text, that's what you might have missed. If you looked closely at the alt text, you might have read this. Picture description. Somehow the Dusty Wheel innkeeper sitting at his bar appears in this photo to be even more passionate, caring, and dare we say beautiful, with long, luscious black hair cascading down to his broad, trustworthy shoulders, where those locks settle invitingly, a silvery, foxy gleam reflected in the most captivating waves. And that face, a youthful wisdom of indeterminate age, springs forth from the clearest skin patrons of the inn have ever seen on the innkeeper's face, while luscious red lips seem ready to speak forth truths only those of the age of legends could have known. That's right, patrons could tell something was different about the innkeeper, but they found it difficult to focus on anything but this sheer, overwhelming mix of beauty, brawn, brains, and bosom that had from unknown origins materialized. Could this be the legendary Manfear, of which the false Nablus, it's Nablus, not Nablus, prophesied would come upon mankind in the Fourth Age? That's what you all might have missed in the alt text of the Manfear photo. You're welcome. Thank you very much, Nablus. I can't believe this Manfear thing's going to become a thing, and I'm not sure how excited I am about it. So what were you saying?
And we're getting donations. I just want to say, we're getting donations.
I mean,
Austin.
honestly, I could imagine he needs the budget for his hair and makeup to get to be able to fix.
Oh my gosh!
to
All of
fix
the
that
proceeds
pain in
are
your
going to
hair.
go.
It takes a lot of preparation. So, and
Perfect.
I
Oh
give
my
you
gosh.
absolute, kudos for your confidence. You are wearing that dress. Absolutely, you're wearing that dress. That neckline is
To the innkeeper.
I will say that all of the money you donate will go towards the costuming. But we're talking $50K, so it might just sit in, a bank collecting interest, and that interest will go towards the costume too.
It counts. Still
Oh my
counts.
gosh!
Still
So
counts.
Austin Welsh threw out $20. Thank you, Austin. That's very kind of you to support Nablus's mission here. So, without further, oh my
we
god,
support you as a community.
Yeah,
We support you.
Does
Whatever you
does
wanna
that
do.
make him a dark friend if he's willing to support Nablus?
I love it. And by the way, thank you very much. I love the 100% super sticker. That's hilarious. That's wonderful. So, I mean, we're here. Why don't we talk about another episode and get away from the Manfear discussion? That's fine. So our next episode will happen on the 31st. It'll be the following Sunday. I can't wait for this one. In fact, our guest here, CallMeNakomi, is going to be there for it. We're going to do our cast spotlight episode. We picked Zoe Robbins this time. She's playing Nynaeve in the show. We're going to do a deep dive into all of her works, what she's done. We're going to examine those, and then we're going to look at Nynaeve and see how we can make these two come together. Where do we think the strengths are going to be that, as far as her embodying who Nynaeve is, and where do we think there might be some challenges? I haven't seen Zoe Robbins' work, so I can't really tell you. But CallMeNakomi, I can't wait to have you back for that one. That's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Actually, I'm going to see if I could watch as much as I'm gonna get on Amazon Prime and try to see if I could find at least a couple of her, her performances, basically just to kind of get a baseline of, a feel for it. But I saw the interview that she did with her, I think it was a New Zealand. Was it a New Zealand
Yes.
interview? Yeah, I saw that interview. She has a great personality, it seems. And I would really like to dig a little bit more and try to make those 6 degrees of separation between them to try to say, yes, there's a link. They simpatico. It could be, really good.
Yeah. I can't wait to look for it. We did the same thing with Egwene, obviously Madeline Madden, and we did the same thing with Rand with Yosha Stradowski. Those are some of our most popular episodes on the channel. It's been a lot of fun to kind of just talk about the actors and their works. For those of you that might be watching, for the cast and crew, we're going to be tackling all the characters at some point. So we're looking forward to, talking about all of the cast that they have on the show. So, Josh, what are you looking forward to when it comes to Zoe Robbins and embodying Nynaeve? Is there something that stands out to you already about her?
Okay. The thing that stood out to me in the beginning was the braids. She's got a lot of braids, and I'm hoping for a really awesome braid that she's tugging on. It just from a visual perspective. The biggest thing that I'm looking forward to is more, and again, I'm kind of with Nakomi here, that I haven't seen a lot of her work, but really what I'm excited about is the faith that I have in Rafe and crew there, that they cast the people who would do a really great job with this. And seeing some of the comments they made about some of the other people that they cast in this series, I'm really excited to see what Zoe Robbins can bring to the screen as Nynaeve Almira. It just, I'm like a kid at Christmas. I'm super excited. I cannot wait to see this translated into the screen.
Yeah, absolutely. And by the way, sorry, I think I might have missed. Brandon S. said that $5 for the bribe for getting me on the show last week. I mean, cost of Manfear. And Village Mattress also said Manfear must wear a tuxedo.
He must, though. I mean, he has to be prepared. Like, it's a James Bond style role.
Would it be white with silver, like embroidery, kind of like white lace coming out of the sleeve, kind of like how Matt style, Matt with the 1T.
Just a little bit of lace, not too much.
Just a little bit of lace, not too much.
Yeah.
Nice boots, doesn't have to be too flashy. Yeah, man.
That's right.
I love it.
I'm there. Headcanon accepted.
Headcanon is in. Yeah, I love it. Why don't we then? Oh man, this Manfear thing is taking a life of its own. I love it. Y'all are wonderful for doing that. Appreciate that. But why don't we take some of the focus off of me and put it on a little giveaway? That's right. Taylor is going to throw in a little lottery. Join this thing. He'll throw this thing up here in chat shortly. If you're here with us on YouTube, you can join in and come over to chat, add yourself here, and we're going to give away some swag. We're just going to give away some swag, which is going to come in the form of some Dusty Wheel, mugs, because everyone loves a good mug from the Dusty Wheel. So yeah, if you are interested in getting a mug, you'll go ahead and join this little giveaway lottery, and we'll pick this a couple times throughout the show. So it'll be awesome.
Hey Matt, is there a place that you could go and buy the mugs? I would love to to buy one. So.
Yeah, that's a great, and right now it's actually a perfect time. They're on Zazzle, and it's like 40% off on mugs, like for the next 2 days. So I think there's a link in the description. If you don't find a link in the description, you can just go to Zazzle and look up the Dusty Wheel, and you can find it there. So yeah, if you want one of the mugs that you've seen, you can go grab it now, and it's on a good sale. So I love it.
I will give the Black Tower podcast seal of approval. It is an excellent mug. It is a fine vessel, and it will hold your beverage perfectly.
Right. Every time I see one, I'm just like, I need one of those mugs. Jeez. Yeah.
No, yeah. So Taylor started this raffle. You just put !raffle into the chat there, and you can go ahead and join that. Like I said, and we'll start picking someone to give away some things here. Now, I just want to say thanks to Aishiteni for that. Manfear's worth every penny. Thank you very much. And we just had a member, Martin Strand. He just donated to us and said, "What metaphysics question? Do you think the Dark One is equal to the Creator, or do you believe the Creator is more potent? I do tend to believe this Creator is stronger." Atheist in real life, by the way. I think in the terms of Wheel of Time metaphysics, the fact that the Creator was able to imprison the Dark One suggests to me that I'm gonna lean to the Creator here as the if you want to think about it from a strength standpoint. Now, that being said, Robert Jordan referred to them as basically kind of a duality. So it all depends on how you feel about that. Like, did the Creator does the Dark One have different kind of strengths? Is the Dark One more capable of infesting something, or whereas the Creator has other strengths, and in this case being able to imprison the Dark One. But great question, and thank you very much, Martin, for your donation. Appreciate that. Why don't we jump on now? Taylor has the iRaffle going. If you happen to be watching us over on Twitter, this will be the end of it for you. This is kind of your sneak peek on Twitter. Come watch the rest of the show here on YouTube, or you can catch it on Twitch. But yeah, thank you very much for joining us. And let's jump on to our next episode. On February 3rd, we're coming back here to the inn and doing what I like to do, which is a game night. Yes, we're going to have a little game night here. James Liang, a friend of mine, and also for those of you that have been to JordanCon, you'll know Jimmy really well. I can't wait to have him here. He's first-time guest at the Dusty Wheel. We actually have Colin from Randland TV Podcast coming back. He was with us here on Friday. Yes, that Friday episode was just kind of sudden. We just did it, but I want to have him back in and actually part of a fun episode. So game night. Lee Butler is our third guest. Can't wait to have Lee back. She actually was on the show when we did the episode about Egwene. And then someone that all of Wheel of Time fans know on Discord, DT, is going to be here. He runs his own gaming episode, you might say, on Discord. So he's excited about being part of a gaming episode that is not something he's responsible for. So yeah, February 3rd is going to be a lot of fun. Can't wait to have them all with us. And by the way, some of these images I've thrown up there, that one was actually, the background was from Corey Lansdell. You can find a link in the description to his image there. The previous one for the live adaptation for The Dragon Reborn, that was by DrowElfMorwen on Deviantart, and you can find that one there. So I love these background images. This was a lot of fun. I actually enjoy this aspect of doing the channel, is putting together the thumbnails and just checking out all the awesome art out there from Wheel of Time enthusiasts, if you will.
Seriously talented people out there.
Yeah.
Amazingly talented people.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
You guys are great.
Now, I want to do this segment before we go on and announce any other episodes. I want to ask you both and everyone in chat to help us be ready next time, or if there is a next time that Rafe decides to drop into chat here. That is to say, if you remember from Friday, we were caught off guard and we got one question. And so I want to ask you both, what would be your one question? Take a moment to think about this. And I want everyone in chat to think about what's your one question. And I can go back and catch some of these later. I want to have a list, because honestly, I have questions about land fear, that's all, and Varen. And those aren't going to be the best questions to ask Rafe that he might answer. So,
is land fear in Shanloga?
Yeah, exactly. When are you casting land fear? Let me ask it again. When are you casting land fear? So yeah, that is what I'd like to kind of ask you both. So let's start with you, CallMeNakomi. What is the one question you would have asked Rafe Judkins on Friday if you had been in this position and had time to think about the question?
Well,
I'm glad you asked her first.
I know, right? Okay, so well, it's funny because something that basically occurred to me around the time when these pictures came out basically was, when are we going to get Wheel of Time music? So I was just like, the music that they played behind Rafe speaking and the images coming up, is that part of the original score for the series? I wonder, because I was wondering if the music that played during not Alexander Wilhelm, but the guitar release, if that was part of, is any of that part of the original music for the show? Yeah.
That would have been a good one. And now it's funny, you're going to all come up with awesome questions. I'm going to be like, yeah, shoot. That's a fantastic question. So yes, a question about the music itself and, what is favorite music that he's heard so far? How far along are they? Questions around that, I think, would have been fantastic. How about you, Josh? What was your question if you could have been in this position on Friday that you would have asked?
I gotta be honest. I'm still freaking out that Rafe jumped in and was like,
right.
Well, so for me, asking a question, is going to be tantamount to something terrible. Like, when are we getting a trailer?
Right.
Honestly, my question was answered already with, what is the Heron Mark sword going to look like? And when they released that video, I watched that video like 100 times. And I grabbed mine from, museum replicas from 10 years ago. It was like, oh my gosh, what's the difference, And
right.
So I guess if I had to ask a question that was not already asked, it would be, what are the props? Are we going to see the Ashen Darai anytime soon? Are we going to see stupid stuff? Are we going to see his hat? Are we going to see a red coat?
I'm walking out if they don't show his hat.
All of it. I just want anything. I am so willing to grab onto any of his table scraps that I just don't have any great questions to ask.
Right.
I'm ready. Is this Loyal's pen? I don't care. Loyal's thumb thick
Yes,
pen, basically. I want to see it all.
I want to see
Exactly.
Loyal's jacket with books in it.
With
How
books
are
in
they
it.
gonna do
Yes,
that?
yes,
How are they going to
yes.
do that?
I like this one. Matilda just said, "What single scene are you the most, or were you most looking? Are you the most looking forward to adapting?" Or in this case, for season 1, were you the most looking forward to adapting? I wonder if he would have given us that, or even kind of what is something coming up that he would have liked to have. Because I don't think I remember seeing all the questions, and that's a difficulty too. You don't want to ask a question that he has already answered, and this is that whole issue with where fans legitimately will just ask a question and they don't know, and it's a good question, it's just already been answered. So
Right.
That's the difficulty, I think, of all of these kind of questions. So the and I just sorry, but a lot of questions go by. Master of the Deck said, Dusty Wheel, looking to the future, which one of the Shadow Spawn do you think will be the most difficult or the most fun to portray? Ooh, that's a great question. Before we jump on to the next episode announcement that's coming out, what do you think is to be the most difficult to portray when it comes to Shadow Spawn? Josh, why don't you go first?
You know what? I'm going to say Grayman, because I think there's, when you're talking about the Trollocs, portraying the Trollocs, anyone can get real bestial or guttural,
Sure.
or sort of animalistic when it comes to portraying those sort of baser instincts. But when it comes to a gray man, you've got to take someone who is completely devoid of any sort of emotional response.
Yeah.
Maybe still has identity. We don't know. I mean, that's a real difficult thing to do. So I think that portraying a gray man might be really difficult to do from the actor's perspective.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's an interesting one to pick. I wouldn't have thought that one first. CallMeNakomi, what do you think? Before we bring in our first caller and announce this next episode, what do you think is to be the most? How about most difficult, unless you have the most fun to portray?
Ooh,
Well, the most difficult, I think, is basically the most common thought is basically the Trollocs, because how are you going to basically make a hodgepodge of animal parts and make it look realistic, but not make it look real fake, like the labyrinth, like those like puppets in the labyrinth.
Yeah.
But I personally I would like to see the Dark Hounds. I find it. I as long as they don't look like Fluffy from Harry Potter, just look really this weird, this dog heads. I think it would look really, really great. Silver teeth and everything like that. Basically, they leave marks in stone. I think that would be a really interesting CGI effect, basically, to create them and a whole pack of them running on the countryside. That'd be really nice.
Yeah. Those are great options. Yeah, fantastic question. Thank you very much, Master of the Deck. Before we bring in our first caller here, I do want to bring up our next episode that we have coming out. That's right. We'll skip that Sunday. We'll jump back on a What Wednesday. And this one, I think a lot of people have been looking forward to. We've been talking about it a lot. Yes, we'll be back on February 10th with Therese and Linda. We're going to do the Galad, Robert Jordan's Notes, the origin story. This beautiful image by Ariel Burgess right here of Galad. We're going to do his origin story from the notes. It's pretty elaborate, folks. You want to be there for this episode. It's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to have them back here. Like I said, February 10th. Mark your calendars and show up for our next, I think this is our 5th episode of Robert Jordan's Notes. That one's going to be a blast. Can't wait to dig into that. Like I said, there's some things that there's a lot of, and a lot about in the notes, and there's just some things that are completely missing. Galad, there's certainly a lot about his storyline, so yeah, I can't wait to talk about that one. Now, let's bring in our first caller to the show. Everyone knows that the call lines have probably been open this entire time, and some people started calling. I guess I threw the call lines up a little bit earlier, so let's take our first caller. You all know him well. Let's bring Nablus into the show. Welcome, Nablus, to the Dusty Wheel. How you doing tonight?
Hey, Bliss.
Well, hello.
Hey, Bliss.
Well, hello.
I was actually calling to order a pizza. I think I got the wrong number.
I like it.
My bad.
Black Tar Pizza has lots of olives on it.
Yeah.
By the way, thank you for starting donations for Manfear. Appreciate that.
Well, you know what I've noticed here is that it slowed down, guys. We're at like $50. I need to pick up right now. So y'all need to get to work here, getting Matt up to over 100. Here's the thing. Since we did get to 50, Matt. What I think we need from you is a sample of what the Manfear voice might sound like.
I feel like this
is supposed to be sultry, so I figured right now that I'm putting you on the spot. You did tell me earlier you promised that you would do the sultry Manfear voice for everybody on the show today.
He's calling you out.
Can we hear that now?
I'm not sure that I promised that. I'd like the
Weird,
receipt
I remember
on that.
Maybe I was dreaming. I don't know.
I feel like you might have been dreaming. I feel like that is what happened. How about this? I don't want to just give in to everything everyone wants from Manfear. That just doesn't seem right. So how about this? As the weeks go by here, I will, just randomly give something about Manfear to the viewership. So let's say maybe next Wednesday I'll have a sultry Manfear voice for you. So I appreciate that idea, Nablus. It's very kind of you.
Of course. I think Loose Theron is mine. I see that in the chat. It's probably a good
Loose Theron is mine.
You just say that one. I think that'd be enough.
That's very kind of you. I always appreciate that you bring up these fantastic ideas. Especially when you brought them.
He's a very creative guy.
Yeah, just to bring this up to the Wheel of Time Amazon Prime account. I really appreciated that too.
Oh yeah, the other thing, and I have one more bone to pick. You showed the image that somebody put of Ariel Burgess's picture on over your image, not the other one. You didn't show the other picture.
I'll be honest. I felt like Malchior's King did not take as much time nor care on that image. That felt very. I just didn't want to reward it with the kind of attention. I just feel like again, it didn't deserve the attention that the other one got. The other one was done really well. The one you're talking about, I wouldn't even look that one up if you were on Twitter. It's a waste of time.
Well, all joking aside, how cool is it though that the Wheel of Time on Prime account is super active and interacting with all of us? Like I know.
Absolutely amazing.
Like I feel like it's it really is cool. You were talking about it earlier in the show, Matt. It's really cool that this big of a production. We're not talking a small one. We're talking a show that they're spending $100 million plus on, with Oscar-nominated actresses, is interacting with us in our small YouTube channels. I just find that incredible. So,
yeah, absolutely.
Pretty darn cool.
Yeah, no, their attention to the fan base now has been a lot of fun. It just made it more enjoyable. It's 2021. I guess you can just tell that they're amped up too. I would assume, stuff's getting closer and closer. So, they're ready to kind of keep this engagement going. I'd be surprised if we saw it kind of tail off now. Like this feels like we've seen engagement kind of pick up and then die and pick up and die. I'll be surprised if this is not the last time we see that. At least I believe it's coming out in 2021. Does anyone that does not believe we're getting the Wheel of Time and Amazon Prime in 2021? I guess it's possible, but
I think we're hoping.
I'd be shocked if we didn't get it in 2021.
Yeah, I'd be extremely shocked.
Extremely.
The signs are there for them. They're pretty much done. I think they have a few things left to do, and they're doing some post-production work. But
yeah,
the types of things they're releasing now are not things that you do when you're in the middle of trying to get a production ready to go. I think they're more on the back end of that than they are before. So I really do. I know I catch a little flack for this because I mentioned it in the video where last year I said we might get a Super Bowl trailer. I'm not going to say for sure that we're going to get one this year, but Wheel of Time Theory did a video today on that subject of how Amazon tends to spend money for Super Bowl trailers.
Yep.
And I think it's a possibility. I really do. And that would be pretty darn cool.
Yeah, it'd be awesome. In fact, between some of the announcements, we're going to talk about that very thing a little bit later. So hopefully you'll stick around. I'd like to hear your thoughts in chat. And for those of you that are in chat, be thinking about this question. Don't write it down yet. Wait until we get there. But be thinking about the idea of if Amazon does put out a trailer, what do you think for 30 seconds would be the most valuable shots for us to see? What are some of the shots that you think would be the most impactful for our viewership to really get the rest of the world behind the show? Obviously, we're excited about it. So don't answer that question right now, Nablus, or my guest. Be thinking about it. Sure. Nablus, thank you very much for leading the charge on costuming Manfear. That was very kind of you. Have a good evening, man.
I am always here for you.
I appreciate
if you need trolled or anything like that.
I appreciate that. I very much appreciate that.
Thank you, Nablus.
Okay, man. Hey, we'll see you.
Guys, it was good talking to you.
See you, Nablus.
Bye.
I kind of hear
man.
I kind of feel like I hear Manfear sounding like Ron Burgundy.
That's a possible interpretation of Manfear.
Yeah, just manly enough, but at the same time, just like
Ron Burgundy. Wow. Oh my gosh. Okay. So by the way, thank you very much, Leanne. She just donated and said I was about to ask about the Galad episode. So woo. Yeah, I agree. The Galad episode is going to be awesome. Can't wait for that one. And we had another donation. Thank you very much for this. I don't see I don't see anything said along with it. Just a kind donation, which it looks like the costuming, is gonna be kind of nice. So thank you for all of the donations. Cheers to everyone. I guess to Manfear. To Manfear, I guess.
And Andrew from the Black Tower podcast.
Yes, thank you very much, Andrew. I wasn't sure if he wanted to be called out.
Well, I'm calling him out.
But you just called him out, so thank you very much, Andrew.
I straight up did. Andrew, I'm calling you out, buddy. You did it. Own it.
Oh, there he is. Sorry, I couldn't find it. There it is. Okay. He said, I couldn't find it in chat. I was panning back and did not see it. No, Andrew wrote, Manfear, Matt in a sultry black silvery wig. Oh, pull me into your dreams.
Andrew has some really interesting tastes.
Yeah. I
love you.
Man, part of me wants to make it just the best Manfear possible, so it haunts your dreams. That's what I want. I want Manfear to haunt everyone's dreams.
You should do it your best, right?
Exactly. Oh my gosh. Okay. This Manfear has taken over the show, which I love. This is fantastic. So thank you everyone that actually put out some questions there for Rafe. I'm going to go back and check that out in chat later on. And like I said, we'll get to that Super Bowl question here. But why don't we, before we bring another guest on here, let's just announce a couple more episodes coming up. Let's do 2 of them. The next one is going to be after, obviously, Galad, which is going to be a lot of fun. The following Wednesday. We would have come back on Sunday, but it's Valentine's Day. So we decided to give you the day off at the Dusty Wheel. And we'll be back on the 17th. And this one's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to do a deep dive into the Aes Sedai, Ajas, Ages, and Ruling the World. That's right. My guest that evening will be Christopher Cottingham, a great friend of mine, and someone who knows a lot about Aes Sedai. And then we're going to have a guest with us from Tarvalon.net because, of course, it might be Shannon or just one of the members of Tarvalon.net can come on and speak to Aes Sedai in deep geeky glory, if you will. And then we're also going to have a Radiopedia, first chair of the Brown Aja of the Watt Spoilers podcast. She's going to be there too. I can't wait. That's going to be a lot of fun. This deep dive into Aes Sedai, this is some of the things I kind of told people I wanted to do before the show comes out, which is talk about some of these larger topics. And if you've enjoyed our previous deep dive topics, Nakomi was one of them. We're going to try to do the same kind of treatment. So that one's going to be a lot of fun. And I can't wait to do that. That, by the way, that background image was from Sofia Augusto. You can find her link on ArtStation, and that's in the description of the video if you want to go check those out. It's amazing. So, and then I want to maybe throw this next episode out that we're going to be doing. Just like we're doing an episode, fans had asked for Becoming Nynaeve. They've also asked for Becoming Perrin. Yes, we're going to do an episode here in late February about Becoming Perrin, talking all about Marcus Rutherford, all the work he's done up to this point, and talk about how we think he'll do when it comes to embodying Perrin. What do we think the strengths are? And like I've said before, do we think that there are any places where it might be a challenge for him to bring Perrin to life? So, and for that one, we're going to have Lesby Nerdy. Yes, Jenny is going to be with us on that evening. And also, we're going to bring back Corey Lansdell. He's going to join us too. I can't wait to have him back here at the inn. So that is what's coming up and what we have all the way up through the end of February. And we have a couple more episodes to kind of talk about here, but I did want to ask you both, Super Bowl trailer. Let's bring this, we'll bring a caller in, and then we'll actually ask you to, and chat. Now, you have 30 seconds. You have a 30-second trailer. Just like we do this live adaptation, I want you to ask, what are the scenes that you believe are going to be in season 1 that you think would attract the most excitement and the most engagement from a non-book, viewership of the Super Bowl. So now let me go to you, CallMeNakomi. What do you think? What are some of the scenes that you would highlight in those 30 seconds?
Okay, so definitely I would have go back and forth with pictures of a wheel kind of going around to kind of basically tie in the whole wheel thing, and then have a flash of the Myrrdraal on the road and the empty road, and then basically just the friends, they're all looking at each other, and then next thing you know, all heck breaks loose, and Moraine just jumps out and just basically just fires off a fireball right outside the Wine Spring Inn, and and then basically it just smashes to black and she says the wheel weaves as the wheel wills, and just basically smash to black, as you would say, Wheel of Time logo.
You just kept it. You kept it all right at the beginning, which I actually is a really interesting idea. Instead of kind of giving blips all over the place, really focusing it on the Myrrdraal and Edmonds Field. And yes, for those watching Winter Night and Beltane, I know I said Winter's Night the other day, and everyone freaked out. But Winter Nights, I love that idea. And the Myrrdraal, the call out of the Myrrdraal moment is amazing. Yeah, I think that one, the Myrrdraal on the road, has to be in this trailer, right?
Yeah.
Does everyone agree with that?
Yes. I mean, I don't know if they have enough time to show the difference between the wind on his cloak and the wind not moving his cloak, but you should be able to see a difference between reality and not reality on, between looking there. And I think they could probably do that really quickly without giving away too much. I mean, I'm just thinking about what would catch a non-reader's attention, seeing something like that, something, ominous, basically, and ominous and blowing stuff up. I think that basically will catch somebody like and Friends.
Yeah, I love it. We're going to go through some of these ideas, and Josh will get yours. But let me bring our next caller into the show, and let's ask our next caller how they would answer this question. Let me welcome Theo to the Dusty Wheel. Welcome, Theo. How you doing tonight?
I'm pretty good. How are you guys doing tonight?
Fantastic. Well, thanks for being on hold there for a bit. Now, I don't want to jump in and take some of this excitement about what you called in about. So I'll ask you that Super Bowl question later. What kind of compelled you to call? What did you want to talk about?
The question I would have asked Rafe was, so as the series can get more popular, that I would have asked him if there was a chance that they would take content creators from the very beginning. They're putting a lot of support in and put them in like cameos or small parts in the show, and what of course would be your ideal, because I know they're going to put the Dusty Wheel in the show, and I know you're going to so later on. That's already a fact. That's confirmed.
That's confirmed.
That is confirmed, though.
And we won't have to wait till season 14 for it.
No, absolutely not.
We can't.
It's just not a question. Sorry, go ahead.
I would love the idea that he would say, yes, the idea I'm having is I'll take all these original content creators and we're going to put them in the bubble of evil. Near the end of the series, where the town when sunset sets goes insane, and now the content creators can then just kill everybody.
I love it. A bubble of evil of content creators showing up in the show. Yeah, that's definitely never a question I think I would personally ask him, which is like, when is the Dusty Wheel? That just, that's absolutely interesting question to ask for Rafe, which is, obviously he's engaged with the community, and that's been great. And so that's all I can appreciate and ask for is his continued engagement with the community, and hope he does that. That's amazing. Now, Theo, you probably heard the other question that I had. So let me ask you that one before we let you go for the evening, which is, let's say we get a Super Bowl trailer. We have no reason to believe we are going to, but I guess we have no reason to believe we're not going to at this point. So let's say we get a Super Bowl trailer. What are some scenes that you think are vital for those 30 seconds that are going to really captivate the attention of the world on the Wheel of Time on Amazon Prime?
What's gonna sell you?
I had the same idea with Steel and Rain. I would love to see Lan turning into a tornado on the battlefield, and also Pot on Fane's like evil smile at one point, maybe just a glimpse of that. And of course, the empty rated cam maybe.
I love the idea that you just brought up, which was the Pat and Fane first of all showing up there, and then Lan fighting in the Two Rivers. Well, and it doesn't have to be in the Two Rivers. There's a variety of places, so maybe you could take and show some stuff in the Blight. If they end up at the Blight, you could. Yeah, I think showing Lan has to be. Moraine has to be in this. The Myrrdraal. These are all like really key kind of moments. Yeah, fantastic ideas. I love talking about this one. This one you could do. We probably do a whole episode on this. We don't have time for that. But
no one's mentioned Matt, Rand, or Perrin. That's for 30 seconds.
Yeah, no, that's what's interesting about it is that might not be the most compelling aspect to that trailer. Not that you wouldn't show them and they wouldn't be in the scenes, but having an interaction between those characters may not be, maybe they'll get like 2 seconds of the 30 seconds. But when you're thinking about how many seconds you're going to use for that, 30 is not a lot, So yeah, that's an interesting idea. An interesting question is, how much time do you spend in that 30-second trailer concentrating on Nynaeve and Egwene and Rand and Matt and Perrin? So, hey, Theo, thank you so much for holding online. Appreciate you calling in about Rafe's question. And thanks for your idea when it comes to the Super Bowl trailer, man. Hey, we'll talk to you soon, okay?
All right, thank you, guys. Have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye. Yeah, great ideas. Thank you, Theo, for calling in about that. Okay, Josh, we're to you now. You're designing the Super Bowl trailer. You got 30 seconds. You've heard some options. You've probably been watching chat, what people have been saying there. It's been flying by. I've had a hard time kind of like seeing exactly what all the ideas are. But
there's a lot of people there.
Yeah,
there's a lot of people throwing a lot of ideas out. It's hard to keep up with.
There are. So what would you do? What would you do with those 30 seconds? What are some highlights for you?
Here's the thing. I want to create mystery. I want to create a sense of why should I keep watching? So I believe Rand trying to watch the road and seeing the Myrrdraal, that needs to be there.
Yep.
Okay, that needs to be there. Next, I think you need to flash to Moraine and Lung. And Moraine is saying something Aes Sedai-ish. And then Lon is pulling out his sword and doing something super badass-ish. So I think Winter Night is going to be a really big selling point. So you've got a scene where Rand sees the Myrrdraal. Moraine says there are, some kind of line about there are evils in this world that you don't yet know about. Flash to Lon killing a whole bunch of Trollocs, and then Moraine saying, "You need to come with us." And then flash to text scroll that says, "The greatest story ever told, the most amazing books ever written, Robert Jordan is a genius, and Brandon Sanderson is amazing as well." And everyone will be sold.
By the way,
that's it. Emmys.
I love chat sometimes because it's fantastic when it's not pointing out what I'm saying wrong, and they're all giving you crap for saying lawn instead of land.
Hey, that's what was said.
That's what
lawn.
they said.
Look,
Lawn.
I posted what Robert Jordan said. He said it was land. I don't have that with me, but I need to find that clip.
Hey, I'm just going with the TV series, Daniel Henney and Rosamund Pike, and they're all lawn. Okay? I'm just going with TV. Because here's the thing. This is a real division between book fans and TV fans. The Blight Tower stands united. We are all about the happy and the union of all the fans of the Wheel of Time. I love it. But
I just like hashtag cut the lawn. Hashtag cut the lawn.
The TV fans will never know the struggle of, how the hell do you say that? I don't know. Just say it however you say it. Cool.
Moghedien,
whatever.
But this going to be, whatever they do use will be the pronunciation that the rest of the world,
though.
It'll be
That's
the canon world pronunciation.
With the TV series, probably the biggest addition to the fandom with the TV series is people who never had the struggle of, how the hell do you pronounce that?
Right.
They will never have that because Daniel Henney is Lon. 20 years ago, we were like Lan, but not anymore.
That's true.
Yeah.
So I love these ideas, and I love that I love that everyone's giving you a crap about it in chat. So thank you, everybody. Appreciate that. And I want to mention this. I want to bring this caller into the show, and we're gonna skip a caller because there's other callers calling us from internationally, and I don't want them to have to wait too long. So we will get to Lancer's being kind and waiting for us. Lancer, I promise we'll get to you here shortly, but let's bring in our next caller to the show. Let's welcome Jenny, or as many of us know her, Lesbian Nerdy, to the Dusty Wheel. How you doing?
Lesbian Nerdy!
Hi, thanks, Matt.
Hey!
Hey!
You're welcome.
How
You're
are
welcome.
Bringing me up the queue, that's sweet.
Well, you're
Thank you,
calling.
I love you.
Hey, welcome.
You're calling from a ways away, so I wanted to make sure you didn't. And now all the callers that called in the past for international are like, sure, you let Jenny in, but
It's
not
awesome to
us.
speak to you again.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, look, the first time I called in, I waited for like 15 minutes, so it's okay.
See, there you go. See, you've been
Worth
made to
it.
wait before. And before you tell us,
every
you know,
minute.
what you're calling about, I do want to. Well, actually, yeah, go ahead and tell us what you're calling about, and I'll jump back to Martin's comment here in chat. He made another donation for us, and I want to get to that. But yeah, Jenny, what was your thoughts? What you've heard so far, and what do you want to call in about?
Okay, well, first thought, cut the lawn. But second thought, the reason I called, actually, I have a couple of serious questions, but one of the questions I just thought of, and I can't believe I didn't think of it earlier, is do you think that there's going to be, like, do you think Kate Redding and Michael Kramer will get any, like, cameo or role in the show? Because I would love that so much.
I hope so.
I hope so.
That would be amazing. I would love to.
Yeah.
That's one of the ones where I just love to see them like sitting at an inn, or you know,
They're
doing like a dramatic reading in an inn of some ancient story or something like that.
Yeah.
That'd be so
Reading
cool.
the Korean
Oh my gosh, I didn't even
novel or
think of that.
something.
But yeah, there are other Gleemen in the show.
Oh yeah, they would make
They
a
have
fantastic
to.
Gleeman. Yeah.
If Kate and Michael are not involved in the show, like, that's a huge miss.
You're not gonna watch it, are you, Josh? You're gonna be like, no.
I won't.
This is-
I'll sit at home
I'm
and
done.
be miserable by myself.
I'm done. Fantastic
Josh.
idea. By the way, to Martin's point here in chat, thank you, Martin, for that donation. Martin said, I like the villains of the Wheel of Time in terms of their variety of ways of being evil, motivations, and reasons for joining the Shadow, and some of them aren't even Shadow aligned. I hope the show represents this well. Yeah, absolutely. That's that kind of
Agreed.
the diversity of why people turn to the Shadow and how they do it is something
Yeah.
I absolutely love to see. Jenny, what are your thoughts about that?
Oh, I think that's what makes the show or makes the story interesting, right? Like there's a spectrum of can we be spoilers out, right? Like, are we spoilers out?
We can be spoilers out. Let's get a little spoiler banner up and let's be spoilers out for a moment. So for those of you that are watching, you'll just watch for the banner to go back down, maybe mute us. I'll take the banner down once spoilers are done, but we'll take a little spoiler minute for Jenny and our caller here. Go ahead.
But you have your light side and then your dark side, and then you have a character like Elida who is officially light side. Like she is trying to do good, but everything she tries to do fails and crashes badly, and she ends up helping the dark. Like that is fascinating to me.
Yeah, that's absolutely true.
Yeah.
Is there, CallMeNakomi, is there someone that you are looking forward to that's kind of in this shade of, that they interact and they are shadow aligned, but they're really unique and you want them done right?
I mean, Ingtar's whole saga, basically.
Oh, yeah, of course.
It's funny because I was looking at Rafe's post, his words, where he was just talking about saying the stories about gender and balance and emotions of people going through what they're going through. And that's exactly kind of what Ingtar went through, where he had his own reasons for quote unquote aligning with the shadow, even though they started off good and they ended out making decisions that basically took them on a certain amount of steps that basically just took him too far, and so everyone has their reasons, everyone has their own journeys, and it's kind of like that balance. Some people are just absolutely evil and some people are just doing a case study.
Just doing a case study. I love it. Yeah, that is sort of true. Hey, Jenny, thank you so much for calling in. Appreciate you as always, and looking forward to having you on for that episode all about Perrin. That one's gonna be a blast.
Yes.
This is gonna be a fun 11 shows coming up. It's gonna be crazy. We'll let you go this evening. Hey, we'll talk to you soon. Okay.
Bye, Jenny.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, talk to you later.
Thank you
Bye-bye.
so much.
Bye.
Good to talk to you. Good to talk to you again.
And so that was awesome. I love that Jenny called in. Jenny's the best. So yeah, if you don't know who that was, Lesbian Nerdy, Jenny has her own YouTube channel, does fun videos too. Go check her channel out also, please. And okay, everyone's waited long enough. Lancer needs to wait a little bit longer though, because Taylor's going to give away some. He's going to give away some good old swag here. So let's pick. How about we pick two? Everyone's been really patient. Everyone's been having fun here in chat. So let's pick two. I would say two. And Taylor, give me a countdown. How much time you need here? You ready to pick somebody? Okay, here we go. And our winner is Najib UI Hawk, I think is congratulations, as we say around here at the Dusty Wheel. That's awesome. That's fantastic. Yeah, that's fantastic. Now, if you want to give us just contact us over in Discord, you can find the link down below, or you can find us on social media. And let us know what it is you'd like. We'll have you pick one of the mugs from the Dusty Wheel, and we'll get that out to you. We'll work out what the address is and everything. So just go to our Discord channel, look for the Dusty Wheel. You can contact me or the editor Reborn. You can contact him, or just ask questions on our Discord channel. You'll find us after this, and we'll make sure that we get that mug to you. So yeah, congratulations. That's awesome. I love it. And why don't we pick a second one? That's I think let's do a second one. Taylor, you ready for that?
Yes.
Yeah, congratulations again. Here we go. Let's do it. Let's pick a second one. Yeah, a little drum beat to get us in the mood. And the winner of the next Dusty Wheel mug goes to the Brick Ninja. Congratulations, the Brick Ninja.
Also,
I love it. Yeah, excellent. This is the Brick Ninja. I love it. To the Brick Ninja, follow the same instructions. Please go over to the Discord channel in the description, or check us out on social media. Let us know who you are, and we'll make sure that we get a mug picked out for you. We'll get your address, and we'll get it sent out to you. That was awesome. Congratulations to both Najib and the Brick Ninja. And I'm asking those who are in chat, did you like the drums? Did you like the cheering? Now, my guest didn't get to hear that, but I'm kind of curious for those that watched. Do you want us to keep the drums? Want us to keep the cheering? Want us to iterate on those? We always told ourselves we need some drums, and we finally got them. That's right. So we're going to do a couple more giveaways here. We're actually going to give away a mug from the Black Tower podcast. That's right. We're going to do that mug here giveaway. But before then, we're going to make an announcement too, more about episodes coming out, and then we're going to call her in, and then we'll do some more giveaways. So this has been a lot of fun. We've been trying some new stuff, enjoying this. Hopefully everyone here has been also enjoying this with us. So our next episode coming up on March 3rd. I think you're all going to like this one, but it's a little bit of a mystery. On March 3rd, we're going to have the next great Wheel of Time Challenge Finals. We're not going to announce our guests now, other than you know that John from What Up and Lauren from Unraveling the Pattern will be with us. If you didn't catch the great What Meme Off finals, you need to go do that. We had over 200 submissions of Wheel of Time memes, and we had a blast going through those. It's a fantastic episode. I think you're going to enjoy this one, and you'll get some announcements about this coming up. Because like I said, the finals will be on March 3rd for the next great Watt Challenge. We give a little hint there.
Before my birthday.
Nice. I love it. Nice. It was all about you.
It is, and I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
You're a good man.
And the next and second to last episode we're going to announce tonight is actually on the 10th. I think it's the next Watt Wednesday. We're going to do another deep dive. This is one the fans have asked for. Yes, we're going to do a deep dive about the Shadow Spawn. And this is our first After Dark episode because we're going to have Master of the Deck and Twatcast with us. And if you've never followed Twatcast, then it maybe won't make as much sense to you. But we're going to have the boys from Twatcast with us. We're going to talk all about Shadowspawn, a little deep dive, and I can't wait to have them and Master of the Deck with us that evening. And I love this background image. This is amazing. This one was done by Michelle Tolo on ArtStation of the Myrrdraal. Oh, I love staring at this background. It's amazing.
Good image.
Yeah, that one's a lot of fun. So those are the next two, and we have one more to talk about. And we actually have a little lottery for those here for that last episode. And so, but before we do that, let's bring in the very patient, the ever wonderful, to the show, Norm. Welcome to the Dusty Wheel, as we say around here. How are you doing tonight?
Norm!
Norm!
You younger kids.
Everybody knows your
Innkeeper, as
name.
always.
Oh yeah, CallMeNakomi was like serenading Norman. That was awesome.
Yeah,
So
thank
Norm-
you, Nakomi. I raise my
No
glass
worries.
to you, my lady. And great innkeeper, I always raise my glass to you,
Cheers.
sir. And Josh, you are my brother from another mother, even if you don't know it yet. I raise my mug to you as well, sir.
I am honored. Thank you.
So
By the way,
you are most welcome.
I need to quickly jump to the super chat. Totally almost missed it. Sorry, lots going on. First time I've ever had a super chat here. The Bard of the Red Hand made a donation and said, "When are we doing the Adapting Wheel of Time as anime show for all my weebs out there?" That's a great question. I will promise that within 4 months from now, we'll definitely do that. We have some special stuff coming up in April. I will say probably in May, we'll do Adapting Wheel of Time as anime show. And a special guest on that show will be the Bard of the Red Hand with us. Sorry for almost missing your note there, Vance, but thank you very much for reminding me here in chat. I'm glad I saw it. Chat's just flying by, so thank you very much.
Chat
And
is super busy.
yeah, it's awesome.
I've tried to keep up with it. It's not possible.
I love chat. It is a whole other show, and
Hang it
hopefully you all enjoyed us doing that highlight reel where we showed chat going on when Rafe visited. We're gonna do more of those here at the Dusty Wheel. We're gonna have
That was awesome. Yeah.
it's a different way to experience the show. So we're gonna try that. You won't be surprised what episode we're gonna do that for. We're gonna go back into the archives and find an episode that I'm guessing most of you remember or have heard about. So that being said, Lancer, welcome to the show, man. How you doing?
I'm doing well, sir. It is a beautiful day in the morning. Well, now in the evening, but it's a good day today. Good day.
It was a good day. You know, it's funny. When we get an announcement the week before an episode, and then there's not an announcement, I can just feel the collective like all the fans are great. Like, okay, I get it. It's not gonna be every week, but I can see that. I can feel the collective but it would have been really cool kind of moment. But no, this is it actually was kind of chill and nice because it was crazy last week. So yeah, it's a fantastic day. What is your thoughts on the question you would have asked Rafe, Lancer, if you had been sitting here with us in that episode?
I would have.
Yeah, go ahead.
I would have loved to have asked Rafe if we could see a Two Rivers bow, if either it's going to be modeled after an English longbow, so it's this big, huge 6 or 7 foot monstrosity, or if they're going to make it a recurved bow that's maybe 5 or 6 feet long, since that is a little bit harder to wield, since they say that a Two Rivers bow, you need to be basically taught it from birth in order to wield that thing. That would have been one of my questions for Rafe.
Okay, that's a good one.
To
Yeah.
see if we can get that beautiful.
When it comes to
And
other
I
weaponry.
do like Nakomi's question too. Yes, I do like Nakomi's question too of the music, being a music snob myself. So that would also be nice to hear as well.
Yeah, it brings the passion. The music basically,
And Matt,
What were we gonna say, Norm?
Oh, I was going to say, Matt, for your Man Fear costume, I think you should have, and bear with me, you got to go with the 70s pimp, okay? With the butterfly collar, with the ruffles, and the feather boa with the great big hat with the feather, and you have to have the platform shoes with the fish in it. I mean, dude, you would look sick. And then you could have just a little bit of lace on the edge, and you would look. And then you have your pimp cane. You can have a pimp cane that's actually your Shandarai, and you can just raise your mug for your pimp mug.
Oh my gosh.
And just have it on there in gold bling, saying "Man Fear" on it. Okay, that would be beautiful.
So
all right, and it's got to be gold. You got to make it gold, man.
The only thing I love about this conversation, the only thing, is that it's 50,000 subscribers, and we're literally in the 10. So like, it's going to be a long time before I have to actually care about what costume I'm going to choose.
Watch you jump to 25,000 and you're going to be like, no.
Oh yeah, sure. When we hit 25,000, it will feel like closer, but it won't really be till 40. That's when I'll be like on the treadmill. I got to make that thing look good. You know what I'm saying? You can't get in a 70s pimp outfit that Lancer just talked about if you're not, in shape for it. Is all I'm saying. It's just not going to be it's not going to be pleasant in the way that I'm hoping Man Fear is pleasant. That sounds really strange. I don't know that I really hope that Man Fear is pleasant. Oh, Josh, you're muted, I think.
You're on mute.
Sorry, I get that. I feel that. I understand where you're going with that. You have to look the part.
Yeah.
You can't just show up on scene one day and be like, hey, I'm that guy. No, you have to look the part. No, I get it.
Yeah, Lanfear's
European cut always is kind of small, so you need to get into those size,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Delusions just put hashtag 40K to treadmill. Yes. Oh gosh.
Okay,
good times. Good times.
One thing that you guys.
Hashtag 2021.
One
Hashtag New Year, New Me.
One thing you guys missed on the trailer, that 30-second trailer also that you guys could put on there. You can have a shot of Logain wielding the power and have it as a misdirect, so people don't think about Rand being the Dragon Reborn, but you can have it thinking about that Logain could possibly be the Dragon Reborn. You got to have some magic in there, fight scenes, and then I would also add maybe having Luce Theron creating Dragon Mount or something like that, just going crazy with the power, and have it actually be Steve who's doing all the crazy power and stuff. So that's what I would add.
Well,
I could feel that. I could get with that because I'm a huge fan of Alvaro Marte, who, as we all know, is playing Logain in the series, and I could get behind that because I cannot wait to see Alvaro's interpretation and what he's willing to bring to the screen. So,
okay, 1 second. Lanier and Tyrion just said, "Create a Man Fear trailer." Oh my gosh.
Okay, Taylor.
Look, what I don't like about this idea is that I like the idea, and that's the thing that's terrible is people are giving good ideas and they appeal to my mind from a creative standpoint. They don't appeal to my mind from an acting or from a portrayal standpoint. That's not what I'm looking forward to. So
you need to get motivation, Matt. That's all it takes.
Yeah. Rob Christensen said, "I win again, Luce Theron." That's good. Okay.
You need a good director.
That's a flicker.
Nablus just said, "Everyone make 20 YouTube accounts. We'll get the Dusty Wheel to 50K by the end of the week." Oh gosh, no. I need time. Is all I'm saying. I need time. Give me some time, guys. Give me some time. Hey, Lancer.
You know what?
Lancer, we're gonna let Lancer go.
Matt.
Yeah, I know.
You can do it.
Oh gosh.
All of us believe it. Hashtag we believe in Matt.
That's Taylor having way too much time on his hands this show. Hashtagging in the chat. Release the Man Fear cut. Okay. Okay, Lancer, man, it's awesome to hear from you as always. We'll have a good night. Okay, talk to you soon. Bye.
I will say this about Lancer's comment regarding the Two Rivers Longbow. Oh, by the way, Two Rivers Longbow champion.
Nice.
Right here.
I like it.
from the picture that it looks to be Matt and Rand standing looking over that very, very tiny bridge to nowhere. Basically, I'm wondering, that bow looks really small. It doesn't look like as big as a Two Rivers bow should be. So I'm not sure if they're going to go with the huge Two Rivers bows. I wonder about that. I noticed that, like, and I was just like, I wonder if they're going to go with the huge bows, maybe when, like, the Two Rivers people are defending their village.
I hope they do, though, because the idea of a Two Rivers longbow is such that you can't wield it unless you've been wielding it all your life.
Right. And it differentiates between them and everyone else. Yeah.
Yeah. It's an interesting. It's an interesting aspect. It's an interesting point.
By the way, I can't handle chat right now. It's like I need to close the window. Oh my gosh, it's killing me.
They're so excited to see you.
Conrad just said 50 Shades of Man Fear.
Yeah.
Rajesh just said Man Fear Super Bowl trailer. Silver Bells Narishima just said #Man Fear needs time. This stuff is good. I'm going to go enjoy this afterwards. So thank you, everyone who's...
I was going to say, you say it's good now. I think what you mean is, please stop.
Please stop, yeah. It's good in the way that, yes, exactly. So that being said, we did have a caller. I might try to throw them into the show here at the very end. Let me get to this last episode. We'll get to some giveaways, and then we'll have that caller finish the show with us. Wow, it's good stuff. Okay, the last episode we have coming up here at the Dusty Wheel ever. No, just kidding. It'll be March 14th. The last one we're announcing today is something we've promised we bring back, and I can't wait to do this. My good friend Christy Lucier will be back with us. We're doing a Wheel of Time table read. That's right. We've done one before. It was awesome. This time we're going to put more time and preparation into it. We'll actually get the actors among fandom who want to be part of this, and we're actually going to give away in a lottery one tonight for this table read. Now, I'm not sure exactly how we're going to do that, or if we'll have to stop the current lottery and start a new one, Taylor. Is that what we're going to have to do? We have to be yeah. We're going to give away the last two giveaways. Then we'll start a new lottery for anyone that wants to be part of the table read. And it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to get the episode. We'll reach out to fandom on social media. Make sure you're following us there. We're going to ask about which scenes that we're... We're going to ask what scenes we'd like to, have Christy look at. For example, I think The Great Hunt has a variety of fun ones that would be fun to do. So, we're going to have that out on social media, have people pick. Then Christy will actually write that. She'll let us know what characters are in the scene. And then we'll actually go out to the fans and bring some people in. We'll get this, have you take a look at the script, and then do the table read in front of everyone live. That's going to be a lot of fun. So before we do that, let's go ahead and give away the Black Tower Podcast. Let's give away this Black Tower Podcast mug. What do we say about that? You ready for this, Josh? You ready to give somebody a Black
ready.
Tower Podcast mug?
It's
okay, Taylor,
Black
you ready?
Tower Podcast Frosty mug. We're ready for this.
Okay.
Who wants it?
Here we go.
That's the real question.
Let's get these drum beats going. Okay, Taylor, pick our winner. And the winner is Liam Ashton. What? Congratulations, Liam Ashton. You've won. I mean, you didn't actually win a Dusty Wheel mug like it says. You won a Black Tower Podcast mug.
Black Tower Podcast mug, which is almost as good.
It's equally cool. It's equally cool. So
it's pretty awesome.
It's pretty awesome. So you'll just do you want them, Josh? You want them to reach out for us?
I would love for them to reach out. Shoot us a message on whatever, I guess.
Yeah, Liam can reach out. Liam, why don't you go ahead and just reach out to us on our on our Discord, and we'll let you know. We'll get the information over to the Black Tower Podcast, unless you follow them on social media, and then you can reach out to them. But Liam Ashton won that. Congratulations. And remember, again, reach out to us for all those winners tonight. I think it was the Brick Ninja, Najib, and Liam. Make sure you reach out to us on Discord after the show. And are we doing one more mug? Is that what we have? One more mug? One more giveaway for the Dusty Wheel? I don't know. It's fun. We haven't done... I think I told you guys to do a giveaway last week, and we didn't do it. So let's do it. One more mug. Why not? I love these announcement shows. It gives me a chance to just have fun. So here we go. Let's get some drum beats going for the last giveaway of the evening. Here we go. And the winner of the final mug of the night is... Bob W. has won a Dusty Wheel mug. Congratulations, Bob W. I just used that voice. Congratulations, Bob W. You know, I was like,
what they
you've won a Dusty Wheel mug from the Dusty Wheel Show. Your live call-in weekly talk show all about the Wheel of Time. Yeah. So Bob, reach out to us in Discord. We'll happily get you those. Like I said, Zazzle has a little sale going on, so I'm going to send out all the mugs that I have. We do it like kind of a once monthly. I'm going to go buy them all tonight or tomorrow and try to get those out to everyone. So please do contact me after this. We can get your address. What I'll need is your address, and if you go to Zazzle and you find the mug, just look up the Dusty Wheel, and you want to go do the searching on your own right now and just give me the link there, you can do that, or I will post the link to you when I see your message in Discord. So... okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to bring our last caller in, but we're first going to have Taylor start a new lottery. Now, this lottery is to be part of the table read episode in March. So to be part of that table read episode, you have to wear clothing. No, I'm just kidding. To be part of that table read episode, you have to be willing to show up. Yeah. You have to be available on a Sunday around 4 p.m. Eastern. And this Sunday would be the March 14th, I think is a Sunday, if I'm not mistaken. You have to be available for about 90 minutes here to basically be a guest. You have to have access to Zoom. You have to have earphones, all those things. You probably all have them because of how the world is these days, right? So I'm assuming everybody has them. And then if you want to be part of this, if you haven't seen this and you're not sure what it is, you can go check out the other table read that we did earlier in 2020. It was a lot of fun. But basically, our friend Krista Lucier, who happens to be a screenwriter, she's also a fan, huge fan of The Wheel of Time, and she wrote basically a couple scenes from book one, and we did a table read of them. It was awesome. It was fun. So same thing. We will do that again. We'll pick another scene. She'll write it up, and we'll do that live for the audience. And so if you want to be part of that, we're just going to give away. We'll do this lottery probably a couple times over the next 6 weeks and pick some people already for it, and then we'll pick some out of our fandom here. So Taylor, go ahead. Did you add that to the chat? Okay, Taylor's going to add this to the chat here. You'll see a little notification. If you want to be part of this, you can jump in. I will bring our last caller in. We'll talk. And then when we let the caller go, we'll do a final choosing that person, and then we'll say goodnight here from the Dusty Wheel. Let's bring our last caller into the show. Hey, welcome to the Dusty Wheel. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. How are you, Manfear?
Is this Master of the Deck?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Oh, look at that. You gave me enough words that I picked it out. So, Master of the Deck, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. I mean, it's been a fantastic day, you know?
Oh, yeah. It's been a fantastic day. But tell me this. What episode that you're not on out of the first, I guess, 10, the next 10, are you most excited for that we announced tonight?
I am really looking forward to the next WOT challenge, whatever it might be. I know it's going to be amazing.
Oh my gosh, you are looking forward to it. I can't even tell you why right now, but it's going to be amazing. I'm looking forward to it. I cannot wait to see what fans will come up with. I'm really hoping fans will get in on this one. It's a lot of fun, and I won't spoil anything else about it. You'll hear more about that from Lauren and John and I. We'll put that out. Hopefully we'll put out something here in the next week or two all about that and how you can enter, and we'll have all the rules and everything that you need to enter that. And like I said, the finals for that, the next great WOT challenge will be in early March. Yeah, that's going to be a blast. Honestly, I'm trying to think of which one am I looking forward to most. And I think it's definitely got to be the Shadow Spawn episode and the 9 Eve episode. That's right. That's because
I'm glad you're looking forward to the episode that I'm going to be on.
I'm looking forward to all of them. This is so funny. I scheduled all of these, and I put a lot of time into thinking about what the episode, when are they going to happen, who's going to be on them. And so that's half of the work, I think. The other half is just yeah, let's do them. I'm ready. It's let's talk about 9 Eve.
I feel like I have frequently been like, Matt, you need to talk about Shadow Spawn. Matt, I have questions about Shadow Spawn. I've got feelings about Shadow Spawn.
You do. Yeah,
so I was chuffed to be chosen to be on that episode and to have it be, the Dusty Wheel After Dark. I don't actually know what After Dark means, but I have my suspicions.
That only means, the only thing that After Dark means is it's a little hint to anyone that comes to watch that's never listened to Twatcast before. That's all it means. It's just a little kind of like,
or has
hey.
ever, talked to me on Discord, I guess.
You're like,
it means a different thing over at the Black Tower. Just
I love it. Yeah, that one's gonna be a lot of fun. I can't actually say that I'm only looking forward to those two. Yeah, all of these are going to be. I mean, the Galad episode, the origin story. Oh my gosh, that's going to be so much fun to do. The table read is going to be ridiculous. The season 2.
I'm stoked about the Galad episode too. I've got a lot of feelings about Galad.
Yeah, well, and that episode's going to give you a lot of space to feel those feelings. That's for sure. So, by the way, for those of you that happen to still be with us, please do like this episode. Click the like, hit the whatever bell for notifications. You know how it goes. And if you are not a subscriber at this point, I guess I should have said this earlier, but whatever. If you're not a subscriber, please do subscribe. If you want to see me, I don't want to say this.
You're only doing
if you want to see me as
by not subscribing.
Oh man. So yeah, if for some reason
we're gonna make it.
If you really want to see me as cosplay Landfear, I guess subscribe.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen, Matt. You need to accept that now.
Yeah. So why don't we pick the winner?
It's like our 3,000 miles to Graceland, okay? Manfear.
That is an excellent metaphor.
The super stickers are really funny. The 100% really does stand out, James. It's like that is very 100%, and it makes me laugh. That's for sure. So, and by the way, if you're still here and you don't know this, we do an after show in Discord, so you can catch us there afterwards. It'll probably take me like 5 or 10 minutes to get in there. My daughters both like to jump into that after show that we do in Discord. That's the part of the Dusty Wheel that they enjoy the most. So yeah, if you want to, always jump over to Discord. The link's in the description below. And Andrew just made another donation. You'll always be my man, Fear. Yes. Oh gosh, Andrew. This is so good. So good. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Nablus, once again. I'm really serious about how much I really appreciate that. Yeah, Joe, one of our guests, Joe O'Hara, is in chat, and he will be part of that episode with Master of the Deck. That's going to be a lot of fun. So why don't we pick it? Let's pick the winner while we have Master of the Deck on, and let's pick the winner who gets to be part of the table read, Taylor. Are you digging the drum beat? You like that, Master of the Deck? Should we keep that? Is that a thing now?
I mean, I think, here's my live criticism. I think the drum roll needs a little more pizzazz, but I like the cheer.
You like the cheer at the end. Okay. I tried to do the whole fade into the cheer so the drum roll doesn't stop until after you start hearing the cheer. That's what I kind of innovated right
One
at
of
the
my
end.
best friends is a professional percussionist. Okay, I've got feelings about drums.
No, I like it. If you can send me a sound file you think is a better set of drums, I'm happy to include it. So this is our first time. I like that it's there instead of us just doing this to the camera. Drum beats. So here we go. Let's pick the winner.
Stare into Matt's soul.
Yeah, exactly.
As we pick the
this gives you something to listen to instead of who's gonna win. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So here we go. Drum beats for the winner of the table read guest appearance raffle. Here we go. Let's hear the drums, and the winner that'll be showing up with us the table read is Jason Enberg. Jason gets to be part of the table read. Jason, thank you so much for entering. Yeah, that's hilarious. Oh man. Didn't Jason just I feel like Jason just won a mug recently. I swear Jason won something else.
Jason is just a super fan.
Yeah, exactly. Real. Congrats, Jason. Make sure, I'll be honest, this is a long time from now, and I may forget. So make sure you write me a note and be like, hey, remember, I'm part of the table read.
Contact the innkeeper.
Contact the innkeeper.
He's a very busy man.
Yeah, I cannot tell you how many times.
To a lot of things.
I can't tell you how many times Taylor's and he'll almost move my head and make me stare at him while he's talking to me. That's how lacking of focus I am a lot of the time. So, well, thank you very much, Master of the Deck, for calling in. Appreciate it as always, and looking forward to the Shadow Spawn episode.
Before you
Yes.
yeet me off the show, I did want to say, if there's going to be a Super Bowl trailer, I think it should just be 30 seconds of Barney Harris blowing the horn of Bel-Air.
I love that idea because Barney Harris is such an amazing person.
Yeah, that's.
I would watch 30 seconds of Barney Harris blowing any horn.
Just a spoof trailer, him basically like it could be like a jazz saxophone, basically.
Yeah,
a piano tie on.
Let's be honest. It would be a Kenny G tenor saxophone, and he'd be like he'd have it to the side like Kenny G and everything. That's how smooth Barney Harris is.
Barney's got some smooth musical skills, so I could see it happen. Hey, Master Zach, thank you very much for that idea. That's a great way to end the show. Hey, we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Absolutely.
All right. Catch you later.
Okay, we're 2 minutes past our normal ending time. Hey, thank you both for being here. This was a lot of fun. CallMeNakomi, I hope you enjoyed it. Now, not speaking of the episode that you're on, which one of these that we announced tonight are you looking forward to most?
I'd like to. I wouldn't mind the. I mean, I'm probably going to basically be listening to all of them, but the Galad one definitely sounds very interesting because he's a complex character. I like the complex characters where you think you know his motivation, but his motivation is completely different. And I honestly wouldn't mind a deep dive into his past post Tigraine leaving, basically that kind of made him be the kind of man that he is, where he's just like, I will never break another rule.
Yep. Yeah. I think everyone's going to be fascinated if you haven't heard some of the things that have come out. I think some fans have mentioned a couple things that they know, but yeah, it's a fascinating kind of story arc that Robert Jordan had for him originally and how it changed and what we got finally. By the way, if you want to see CallMeNakomi here at the Dusty Wheel, be back here for our discussion about Becoming Nynaeve, all about Zoe Robbins. That's going to be a blast. And of course, go follow her, check her out in her channel out, and you can find that in the description of the show. And up to you, Josh, before I let you go, what's the one you're looking forward to most?
You just said it. Nynaeve, Becoming Nynaeve. The episode where we take a deep dive in what we believe Zoe Robbins is going to do to become Nynaeve. That just intrigues me because I am so excited. Nynaeve is one of my favorite characters, and I am so excited to see what she does. So when it comes to your episodes that you've got planned for the next little bit, I'm really excited about that one because I would love to see how that episode lines up to what Miss Robbins does.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm super excited.
Yeah, no, that one's gonna be a lot of fun. By the way, I realized, and no one caught me on this, I mean, because we've announced so many episodes, I forgot to announce one of them. And the reason why I realized this is because your cohort, Andrew, is part of it. And I was like, you're not going to say that you're looking forward to Andrew's episode or Daniel's. So let me announce that one. This is going to be on the 28th of February. And maybe you guys can tell me if I'm stupid and we actually did announce this and I'm just forgetting. But I don't think we did. On the 28th of February, we're doing a WoTonPrime debate. We're bringing the debate back, which I love this background of this picture, which is of Emmons Field, of the concept art. The Wheel of Time show debate is coming back, and we're going to have guests Swana from the Wheel Weaves community, Andrew from Black Tower Podcast, Katie Sedai is going to be with us. You can find her on Instagram. And actually, we still have one outstanding invitation for that episode. So I'm looking forward to fill that final spot here on the WoTonPrime debate. So that's going to be at the end of February. I can't believe I almost forgot that. Looking forward to having your cohort, Andrew, who has done a fantastic job of funding the Manfair costume tonight. So thank you very much, Andrew.
He's super excited about it. He's super excited about it.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know why. I don't judge. I just know that's how it is.
That's awesome. Yeah, the WoTonPrime's going to be fun. This is a great crew. Katie Sedai, Swana, Andrew, and we'll find someone else that fills that final spot really well. That's going to be a compelling debate. And by then, we're going to have a lot more information, hopefully, or at least some information more about the show by the end of February. Maybe a Super Bowl trailer by then. So that could be a fun debate. Whew, okay, we did it. that was it, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. I don't know if the super chat, if you like the super chat, super sticker thing, we're probably going to only bring it back if we do on these announcement episodes, these kind of special live discussions that we do. Thank you very much for helping, I guess, fund the Man Fear costume. I'm having a hard time being that excited about it, I'll be honest. But yes, really appreciate all those people that donated for that. It was a blast. And also, I want to just remind everybody to be back here on Sunday, our live adaptation. That'll be the first of these 11 episodes. Come hang out with Daniel from the Black Tower podcast, Mary and Todd and I, and we're going to continue our live adaptation. Okay, that's it. Ridiculously fun chat tonight, everybody. Thank you so much. Catch us in the after show on Discord if you want to keep this conversation going. If you just want to make fun of me about Man Fear, yeah, you can go there too. That's fine. Trolling me about Man Fear is just something I've accepted because Nablus is doing it. So thanks, everybody. Please like this video on the way out. Subscribe if you haven't. And thank you to my wonderful guest. And as we say around here, good night from the Dusty Wheel and smash to black. You went right to kill it. Look at you. You're all ready. You're just done. I mean, this is like this is
really well. And now I'm like, great, my turn.
And if you don't like that and you want to say, well, Robert Jordan could have made the two rivers all white. He could have, but he didn't. So,
just complimented me on my dress, and as you can clearly see, I'm
sad.
not
I see Nakomi as something along the lines of a Shadow Haran analog.
It does make sense why it outlasted the breaking.
Yeah.
See, this is why I have Therese in the show, because she's going to correct everything that.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Dusty Wheel Show. What? Meme Off Challenge! Yay!
Pair of like baby face mounted on like a huge body. So like all
This
of
is
a
not
sudden,
just
like,
a traditional fantasy, right? There are sci-fi and elements. Just a moment ago, Rafe tweeted something. So let me get my guest in here with me, and
probably I would say put in 70-80% of the work. I got to be over the shoulder and be like, no.
Welcome to the Dusty